Back.
There you are.
All right. So
Now we're talking.
So I got a little music for you here. You
Coming in hot.
You want to hear it, man?
A Heaven on the Hill star.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I wanted a little intro to, who we got? Ben Wayne.
Ben, man.
Ben Wayne. Tell me about Ben. We met,
He's I've seen him play a few times.
I remember him from, I think you had like a birthday party.
Yeah, he played at a
Rita's.
birthday party for me.
Well, it was Beatles.
A surprise,
at the time.
actually. Yeah, it was Beatles. It was a surprise birthday party. Kinda. I knew about it.
Wasn't much of a surprise.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what I remember,
And he came there and played a bunch of songs for us or whatever. And he played on Heaven on the Hill too or whatever. Came up there and tore it up. He's got some really great songs. We got one for you right here. I went up there. He played at this
Where's he from? Syracuse area?
he's from up there. Yeah, he played at this I don't know how to. It was like a sorority house type deal, but it wasn't that. Like it.
You wish it was.
It was pretty professional. We went up there like.
I bet.
We were well out of place. Like we went up there like he was playing for some like nicely dressed people and we weren't nicely dressed. But we rolled in there and had a good time. Fucking hung out and he fucking jammed it. Yeah. I'm not good at some stories.
It was one of those comfortable
Some
situations.
story. Yeah, it was.
I'm with the band.
Yeah. No, we just went out and hung out. Yeah, it was cool. I had a good time, but I always do.
Yeah, I mean,
Fucking A, man.
if you're not, you should go somewhere else.
I don't know, been in some fucked up situations.
So
and I
anyway,
still
ladies and gentlemen, let's get that Ben Wayne intro. This is off of Facebook.
You
so
wanted to break
Ben,
down the
hope you
shit.
don't mind, but we're going to give you a little props here, maybe get you down to perform at the Garden. That would be cool.
Here he is, man. Take it from the.
Strike a match and set thine souls afire. Angels echo upon the wings. The only one who know your heart true desire. In the depths of madness in your sins. Said, hey, once more now into the fray. Said, whoa. Ask advice I'll never know. To live and to die. Say, hey, once more now into the fray. Say, whoa. Ask advice I'll never know. To live and to die today. Like a man to set thine souls afire. The angels echo upon the wings. The only one who know your heart true desire. In the depths of madness in your seekings. Say, hey, once more now into the fray. Say, oh. Right I'll ever know to live and desire to say, hey, once more now into the fray. Say, oh, that's the price I'll ever know to live and desire to take.
Open invitation. Let us know when you want to come down. Take a journey.
Yeah.
Take a journey. Come on down and play the Garden. You can do it. You can do it like that, solo, however you want to do.
We got a couple guys that can play.
We can fill it in. Find some backup, whatever you need.
Got the house band. Oh man, yeah. It's been a few years since Heaven on the Hill, man. He played up there. That was a great time. There was a few bands that day. Pretty much a good
Fucking
drunken
play-
fest in the
Woofy
middle of the
played.
field. Yeah, Bob Wolf was up there.
Tearing it up. Woofy. Shout out to Woofy.
He was there.
Woofy.
Woofy. We love you,
Woofy's
buddy.
got some art.
Yeah,
man.
he's in a
sees
band
it.
too. He's got Bob over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get him.
It's all right. He's actually been in plenty of the videos already.
All right. Well, we were talking about
But,
it. We were gonna bring him over.
No, we got him though. Give him Bob. He's got that one over there. That print.
The lion,
We found that one too.
right?
Yeah.
That's a lion.
That's from Bob. And
Who else was up there? Who else was up there? Well, Part One Tribe definitely was up there.
Yeah. Buckshot's brother.
Buckshot's brother, man, tore it up. Ben, I wish I had something on here of him.
Yeah.
I got something on my. I gotta bring it down. I got some audio, but just not on any of
doesn't
this.
he have something on SoundCloud? I think.
Johnny took her home that night. Oh, Johnny was in a hot mess back then. Still.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
boy, fucking
Wow.
bad.
Phew.
Nothing like bad decision making when you're picking your women.
No, I
But
didn't have any at that point.
You didn't?
You were trying to rekindle the spark that day, though.
I wasn't
Yeah.
I? Always a great
Yeah,
friend.
because she was with Buckshot at the
Always
time.
a great friend. Always trying to help my friend Johnny out.
Yep.
He was down on his luck, but
Yeah.
I was trying to make it happen for him. She
Yeah.
didn't. She didn't want anything to do with it.
That's fine.
That's fine. That train crashed a couple years later. Don't you worry,
Oh,
folks.
you know,
Fucking A. Came off the tracks.
I was there for the early years, I
Yeah.
guess, when it was still a good running machine.
Yeah. Well oiled.
It's good to be the engineer.
So, what do we got?
Wait, what were our?
It was
feel like we
beautiful
had
for a couple
something
days.
coming
Do you know that? No, it's fucking not.
Yeah, weather. Weather
Nothing
comes.
like that. Johnny found Chukaka. Fucking. So,
man.
evidently, Johnny wanted to talk about something today.
We have a few things to talk about.
He
today.
saw something in the news yesterday or today that he didn't know about. Now he does. So,
So,
evidently,
I mean, so
evidently, someone tried to get on a plane the other day.
okay.
Well,
so
obviously.
in
Johnny's
staying with
gonna
our
take it from
format
here.
of talking about what we don't know, I don't know a lot about this either. I didn't really research it.
Well, it don't matter. You know the real
Oh,
part about it. Some
young
guy tried to get on a plane.
young Cassius Clay's.
Yeah,
yeah.
Cassius Clay, his son, tried to get on a plane. So
I wish I had.
basically, Cassius Clay, who is Muhammad Ali, his son.
Was detained at an airport in Florida. Florida, of all
Fucking
places.
Florida.
Well, I mean, that's where shit goes down. The same airport, I believe. Now, see, we should be doing research right now.
No,
I believe.
no research.
I believe it to be the same airport that 2-3 weeks ago was it Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport where the gunman went
Where
in?
that son of a bitch got his fucking gun. He
ran in there, right?
No, he got it off of his. When you get your baggage back.
He had a gun in his check bag.
Yeah.
That's not. You can't do that. You have to check your gun and then like go to a separate area to claim it.
That's one of those questions they actually specifically ask you. Do you
All
have
right.
any like
Well,
bombs?
well, whatever.
Firearms, bullets.
Listen, wherever he got his
Easy.
gun from, he grabbed it at the airport, and then he went.
I thought he came in from outside the airport.
No.
No, either way, whatever.
Because he flew from Alaska.
Here we are.
Here we are. We probably don't know, but we do actually. I did watch this.
Hold on for the listeners out there.
I don't
Can
know
you
his
give a little
name.
background on exactly what you're
The
talking
guy-
about?
the guy-
Was this about 3 weeks ago?
4, I'd say.
Three,
Maybe longer.
4 weeks ago. There was a gunman incident at the Hollywood Fort Lauderdale Airport,
You keep talking. I'll pull. it.
and what he shot a couple people, right?
Oh yes, he did. He did.
Yeah.
He killed a couple.
Well, I mean,
I'm laughing because it's.
yeah, I know.
That's
my,
fucked up.
Yeah,
No,
well,
That's
It's,
some deep shit right there,
yeah.
folks.
my
hey,
delivery
We're all,
is terrible.
Everything's okay.
Hey, we're all gonna die someday.
No, it's like as a matter of fact. It's like as it's
It's terrible. I know. I get
it's
it.
something that has become as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, for
and
all
it's,
of us.
part of it's my problem too. I'm like the U.S. Postal Service with terrible delivery. I could have said it better. I
Well,
guess.
to keep that all on a positive note. So, last night, I actually went and checked out this awesome comedian, John Reep. Check that out, John Reep.
R-E-E-P.
Yeah, I'll give a
Bam,
link.
John.
Maybe I'll put a link down in the.
He's a
thing.
redhead.
Yeah,
He's the man.
but he was really good. He turned out it was a nice experience.
Whatever that means.
But we went with I went on a
Sorry, I'm the asshole.
went on a quadruple date. I don't know if anybody's ever been on a quadruple
Listen,
date.
well, let me tell you what.
That's it's his days in the
It
Russian
was awesome, I
bathhouse.
gotta say.
I've been
But
on some of them.
Basically,
but
in a quadruple
they
date,
all didn't have their boyfriends with them, though.
in a quadruple date,
Josh was with him.
so that was 4-1.
4-1.
That's a one date. That still counts as one date.
No, it's quad. It's quad.
No.
Quad.
4-1. It's a 4-1.
So anyway, so the
so-
thing, it's new. I've never been on actually a quadruple date, and it worked out really well. We all stayed at the same hotel, and then we took a cab.
It worked
But
out.
people-
It worked out better
And
that
like
time.
through the night, people drop off one by one.
What are you finding out about this airport, bud?
January 6, 2017, Fort Lauderdale Airport.
Okay, so that's roughly yeah.
All right, so
Hollywood International, same
yeah,
deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same
It's
airport.
Right, yeah, it's right there.
It's the Fort Lauderdale
Yeah,
Hollywood.
so that it is the same airport that he was detained at.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess what I'm saying is like,
But this asshole killed 5 people,
right. But here's my point.
and they let him on the fucking plane.
See, here's my point.
Okay.
Now, maybe in the weeks coming off of such a tragic event
Thirty-
as a shooting,
36 people were injured.
there may be a heightened sense of security. And I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong to profile people. I'm not getting into that garbage or whatever. But
Well-
I've been detained at an airport. I'm a middle-aged white male. I've missed my flight because of it. You know what I mean? And I could name probably 5 other people in the same situation. I mean, it just to me.
well, there's
it seems
always
like-
a couple factors. You got to be there by a certain time. If you're not so early, then it's not their problem. If you don't
Now-
so you technically, I
Was he,
think it's an
was he
hour
detained,
or
was he
even
detained
possibly.
coming in?
No, they didn't detain They didn't detain this guy. They just let him on there.
All right,
They didn't
but-
profile.
Let's forget about the gunman for a minute.
Oh, they didn't profile Esteban.
But Muhammad Ali's son, did they detain him when he was arriving or when he was deporting or departing? Jesus Christ!
He could fuck
Again,
up. He-
I don't
live-
think they were
live-
deporting him.
Live from the fields of Kansas.
This guy could fuck up a free lunch.
Oh
But
man.
we'll be here.
Yep. Furthermore,
All right, I got an idea. Let me tell this John Reep story. Hold your thoughts on this one. We'll get a little
we'll be back shortly.
He's our
comedy
savior.
show here.
He's our savior.
All right, so
I collect my thoughts.
So we're on the pre-show, and this guy comes out and he was rolling. He had us all laughing pretty good.
What up?
And then suddenly, this lady yells out, "John Reep! I want John Reep!" So it's right in the middle of this guy's act, and he's actually got the place laughing and rolling, and the place just goes quiet. And he's like, "Wait a minute, what'd you say?" And she's like, "Well, you're really funny and everything, but I want John Reep, the headliner."
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, you want to see a crowd turn on somebody. It
On
was
the
on.
lady?
Like, like everybody was just like, boo, right out. Like,
Beat it.
like, yeah. And then the guy, so then suddenly, so then he start, of course, these guys are like born for hecklers. The comedians have become really accustomed to that. So I'm sure they're getting.
Oh yeah.
So they're
yeah.
basically professionals, but then basically he realized that she was just so lost in whatever she was thinking. Like it was just really funny because he kind of took it easy on her and just kind of asked her who if she was married. No, is that your boyfriend? She says, I don't know. Are you my boyfriend? And the dude that was with her was just like probably so red, but it was just really a crazy circumstance and
I've got to go.
like
to the
I could
bathroom.
not even
So-
imagine that would actually happen to the guy. So he handled it well, but it basically cut his show. He had the ball rolling, like the whole idea of of the comedy and the taking somebody on that trip that they go.
Right.
And she just like boom squashed
Yeah.
it with this
Wind
just
from your
completely-
sails.
So then he says, "Well, where are you from?" And she goes, "I'm sorry. I really love John Reap, and I'm a native Canadian from Ontario." And then it was like,
I have so many inappropriate things to say right now.
So,
oh my god.
so that's the story. That was the first step of the story.
Man.
So going back to people dropping like flies, it kind of happened like, throughout the night and one by one. Even some people, they stay awake, but they're actually, you find out the next day they were already out 2 hours before. Their brains were gone. So
don't remember anything. From
yeah,
the
they
last
don't
half of it.
remember the last half, and it's so it was kind of hilarious. Just the experience of a bunch of people. Everybody was safe and like.
And this was
in
in
good circumstances.
Buffalo.
No, we went to Syracuse.
That was in Syracuse. Okay.
Yeah. So quadruple date, everything from. So we went to the Destiny Mall is where they have this Funny Bone where this guy John Reap was.
Oh yeah.
Was performing. So
the former Carousel Center.
yeah, the former Carousel Center. Do they still have the Carousel there?
They do. It's in the
They
food
do,
court.
yeah. Okay.
It's a weird.
It's in the food court.
It's just a weird transition for that place. It was like.
Yeah.
It was a pretty decent sized mall to begin with, and then they just like went Mall of America. Like it was like adding on to your house, but the addition was like 20 times the size of your house. Or
no, like
initially.
the times I'm there with my family, I get lost trying to find them, and they're like, "Where have you been?" And I'm like, "I have been trying to."
I was
find
at
you."
Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, there's a
No.
ropes course. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, like and my son's done all that stuff since they put it in.
Do you take him to the go-karts?
they still,
I've been on it too,
they
actually.
still have the go-karts?
No, they do, but I
Did you
haven't
take him to
done that.
Toby Keith's, let him ride the mechanical
No,
bull?
Toby Keith didn't like to pay his taxes. So
I
that's
know,
not
I
there
know they did
anymore.
shut that down, but it was open. They had the mechanical bull. I was up there, and imagine that. I got into a couple drinks. Next thing you know, I'm over there. I'm fucking over there trying to plug it in, and I was with. and they're
Is it sanctioned?
I don't know what their deal is, but they didn't like the idea. I
Yeah,
was over
their
there
insurance
messing-
company didn't know they had it.
They didn't like that idea. I was over there messing around though.
I bet.
Yeah, I don't think you want to mess around there. I think that you'd have security on you
Yeah.
pretty good.
Come on, look at this.
They shut it down though.
Yeah,
They
they
didn't-
did.
They didn't pay their taxes.
I think they
and-
left in the middle of the night.
Yeah, pretty
One
much.
of them things,
Which, whatever. I mean, you're
like
it's a
the
bunch of-
Colts leaving Baltimore.
But again, it's a franchise like thing. You know, you got a bunch of temp workers basically
yeah,
that work
dude.
there, part timers.
Mowgli, what do you got?
So
Bottle cap?
They don't tell anybody. They just shut the door down.
Yo, shout out to
lock the
Mowgli, he's
door,
here.
Put a note on it.
Mowgli man
No.
made it.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
So we're caught in the caught in the past.
So there's also a thing up there called Five Wits, and I think that's kind of like a crossover thing that's going like this virtual reality once it takes over. But this actually isn't virtual reality. It is you go. It's kind of like there's a few different things. There's the pyramid run where you have to go into a chamber and you get basically locked in there, and you have to work with the people in your group to get out. Like
And this is a virtual reality thing. You have
so
a-
it's not virtual reality, it's reality, but
Okay.
it's like that's why I said it's a crossover, because it's like how many times could you do it as a person before it'd be like old? So it's like
Right.
you do it once, you
Like,
you go
it's
through
like
that.
all they get is
the
an-
glass the mirror maze. It's like how many times you gonna do that before like you're like okay, I had enough. It's like
wham.
yeah, it's like I want to mess with my brain to that point where I'm running into a wall,
my nose hurts.
yeah. So same thing, like they have these different things. They have the espionage one where you have to like go through these different things, but same thing. To get to the next room, you have to solve the puzzle or whatever it is, and it's not exactly easy. Like so it's and you have to work with like in some cases strangers. So if you're just there as two people, then all of a sudden you're shoved in with six other people you don't know. And you got to like get out of this room. Like it could be this room, and the guy, the thing will come on and say, you have to do this, this, and this. Okay, ready? And it's like in one case it was playing the notes like a Simon Says. But come on,
Mowgli,
Oh, Mowgli.
you ruined it.
So, He yanked my mic.
Yeah.
Mowgli.
Don't worry, I've had that trouble.
Mowgli, you're going to get banned from the podcast, man. You got to get yourself under control.
What'd you do?
Oh.
Plastic up?
He's back.
He's back. Mowgli, say hi to your people. Say hi to your people. Bark.
He can't.
So anyway, it's you just have to get through these different tasks to like solve it. It's kind of cool.
Right.
It's not really cheap either. We got lucky because this guy gave us these free tickets, or we wouldn't even have done it. But,
What
we were eating at that Brazilian. This wasn't last night. This was a while ago. So we were at that Brazilian buffet thing.
Yeah, you were.
Where they
those
just
How is that
those,
stuff?
endless
those,
meat.
those places are so great.
But what
Oh,
is it?
dude.
What do you got there?
What was it? What's the name of the one there? Is it Texas de Brazil?
It's called
or,
yeah. I think that is what it is.
Okay.
What do you got? Like, what are your everything?
So basically, it's like a high-end
Culture
buffet.
me.
High-end buffet.
It's
Culture me.
So you got the buffet.
It's called a Radizio.
Yeah.
And,
But what do you got? For
And then
choices?
as far as
What do
they
we
come
got for
around
choices?
with every choice of
Everything.
meat you could think of.
everything
done
under the-
what? Just different.
Every
ways?
choice you want.
They bring it on a huge sword or a skewer.
That's the place.
and they cut it off right at.
That's
the
one of them
table.
places
Yeah.
right at the table.
Yeah.
So it's like a
It's
Oh.
a cat's ass. Keep it coming.
Dude, you have that on the menu. It's delicious.
Cat's ass. Yeah, it is.
Oh man.
so
Roasted
And there's,
cat.
I mean, there's some incredibly high end. Like that's a chain, but it's still killer.
oh
But
right
there's
right
like
yeah, because they do a good job, definitely.
I went to a privately
good
owned
soups.
one.
They got good,
in Miami by the Brazilian family that owned that restaurant. You know what I mean? It wasn't
Right.
it wasn't a chain or
Mowgli's
whatever.
And
And
where,
it was just unbelievable. I mean,
Portchester.
no. There's a place in Portchester
You
that's
didn't go
killed
to
too. Aquario.
Did you
Shout
go-
out Aquario.
Bam.
Banging
Aquario.
food.
I was looking through the windows.
Where's
down there.
that?
I was that asshole.
Aquario is in Portchester by the Capitol Theater.
Okay.
Mowgli.
And that's Peruvian seafood and Peruvian
Peruvian
dishes that
flake.
are just unbelievable. Killer. Pisco sour. If you go there, that's the drink you want to get.
Boom.
You get the right girl. She looks like Salma Hayek back there behind the bar. And she makes a pisco sour
Oof.
to die for.
Fuck, your dick will be in your watch pocket before you know it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it'd be like
Twice.
that time you fell through the
Makes
police
you,
barricade.
Yep. Makes you wish you had 2 watch pockets.
Yes.
Yep.
I used to.
Your cousin God was with me
Yeah, he was.
several times.
Oh,
we
let
we
me-
go to that place for Phil's birthday every year.
Yeah, but except for this year, you didn't go down there. He played.
Phil's birthday is March 15th. What's the
All
date,
right.
bro?
So okay, so we go to see.
Pulling them all out.
So we're at this mall where there's places, and
Up
I'm
in
with all
Q's?
this crew, and granted, we're all getting up there. We're not young
They're not
kids
spring
anymore, and we
chickens
all
anymore.
have children. So the truth is, a lot of us don't get out too often. So everybody was kind of getting a little wild, and pretty much by the time we were leaving this place, we were on the escalator, and
Is this when you found it?
2 girls went down and fell right backwards, and as like they had
no, on the escalator?
yeah, so they're
Oh, my
laying. So
God.
they're
Did you
fall-
catch him? Did you catch him?
No, man.
Oh, that sounds brutal.
Yeah, so
Sharp edges.
You all took out
Right.
your phones, didn't you? You all took out your phones and like, I got this.
No, man. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of like
Sending this to
I'm
Rob
coming
Dyrdek.
down. Like I'm not gonna run down so that I get to the position where I'm crushing them when I get like down there. So I'm like kind of waiting it out to be like okay. And at this point they had 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 seconds to get up before they reached the bottom of the escalator where it's like on the ground.
Yeah, where
really-
things get scary.
Yeah.
Could be a trap, could just roll you by.
Yeah. So and for some reason it was like they both just gave up, They were
Oh,
ready
no.
to just wait it out, like lay it
Hit the
down.
button, hit the button.
Hit it.
So yeah. And then even from there, and then one of the people also tripped on the sidewalk, smacked their head right on the sidewalk coming out, like going
time
in,
was
and,
this?
And how much did you guys
and
drink?
What
we
time
had
was
to,
this? Wait, your people
we
fell?
got started earlier. We did the
Your
Dave and
people
Buster's
fell?
thing. Yeah,
Your
yeah.
people are the ones that fell?
Yeah. Our people, yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
And the funniest thing
Oh,
is
it was
I'm
your
thinking
crew?
is like, yeah, I'm thinking it's like at this point, what was it? So it was like was like the end of the night, so maybe. But there were some young girls that
Now,
were
can I
behind
guess?
us on the escalator.
Hey.
And I was thinking that they were there for like a movie, and they like witnessed drunk people. So I guess I'm back to like the drunk world, and then even more, it's like the drunk world of.
The
you
mall.
know, yeah, God bless their hearts that we were at a mall and we got drunk at the comedy show. And
So
That's
who
awesome.
fell? Guys fell?
See,
no, women.
Ladies, women.
A guy actually.
you
a
see
guy
how hard
and
he
two
is,
ladies.
how hard he's trying to get you to name drop right now.
No.
And it was a great
I was
time.
gonna
I actually
take a
had an
guess.
awesome time. Everybody in the crew was people that we
So
had,
let me
we
just
had all
get this
been
straight.
friends since we were
Your
kids.
wife did not fall.
Wow. No pressure.
Sorry. So back to the guy from Fort Lauderdale that flew there on the plane.
So
He did get his gun out of either
so he flew into the airport.
he checked. Listen, he checked his gun in Alaska. Checked it at the airport. Boom. So
Right.
and then he got it. When he got his gun, he went into the bathroom, loaded his gun up, and then he pursued to do what he did.
Proceeded. Whatever. Furthermore,
All right, so here we're gonna go. We're gonna take
Furthermore.
this. We're gonna take this to the you're there and shit. All right.
No, we're not.
You
No,
knew
we're not.
exactly what the fuck I was talking about, right?
God,
Right?
Why did I?
You
just
knew
do
what
that?
I was talking about,
Why
right?
did I do that?
Like when I say you're, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
All right, back to the
Yeah,
gunman.
but if we all address it now, then somebody in the
I
audience
won't do it
at
again.
home isn't going, "Jeez."
I won't do it again.
It's
now.
okay.
All
I'm
right.
sorry, America. I'm sorry.
America's not listening to us.
Actually, I did
Actually,
I got a guy from
I got a tweet, he says.
no, a guy started following Sonic Garden's Facebook page that just has. I
From
went to
Hungary.
his page and I don't know any of the language. It's definitely
He's from Hungary.
Arabic. It's all
Oh,
in
Jesus
Arabic.
Christ.
You know, thank God for Google. Translate that shit.
And he's like,
I'm on a tear tonight, but
So I guess my question really is: was Muhammad Ali's son arriving in Fort Lauderdale, or was he leaving?
that's
Fort
a big
Lauderdale?
question.
it is. So do you have anything else to talk about?
I just want to finish up on this because
I know you do.
So far, it sounds like I'm a scumbag, and I just want people to be detained all over.
Well, I
America.
can confirm that, folks. If you want to know,
I'm just saying there is a heightened sense of security in an airport that just had a gunman incident 5 weeks ago, 4 weeks, whatever it is. All right, and
that is very true.
It's a controversial time in history with all the shit that's going on, and I get it, but people get detained every day, ask terrible questions. Does it make it right? No. But is it making it right because he's a celebrity, because he's Muhammad Ali's son? Is that, to draw more attention to the cause? I don't know. I think it's garbage news. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You got detained for a couple hours, man. You know what I mean? Your lawyer's on it. Handle it from there, I guess. Publicize it. Make it. Everything just seems like
No,
it's a cry for attention to a cause these days.
You're right, and sometimes this might be a story that you put in the category. And again, we're talking on because we don't really know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
So we're just looking on the surface, but
Yeah.
in any case,
This is not factual based.
You're welcome. Coming in hot.
Sorry, sir.
I can't even remember my thoughts. So
all right.
that's how much I care about this topic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
because
I
of
just-
fucking
but no,
the gin rummy.
No.
I guess the one point that I wanted to make was that
Monkey ball juice. Shout out to
that
fucking Dan.
this is
Brought Dan
you
brought
know,
that?
whatever, a civil liberties issue, whatever it is.
Dan brought that?
As far as whatever. And there's a safety issue here too, and that's all I want to say is that, like, people are going to get inconvenienced over the safety of another human being's life. That's what's going to happen. It is the way it works, and it sucks. I mean, I've missed a flight because of it.
Yeah.
You know
So-
what I mean? That's
So
what happens.
but
man.
but going
Like,
back to, like you're saying, so entertaining it even by talking about it turns it into like the story, but the whole point
Yeah,
with, that it's garbage news is like, yeah, it's something that makes us talk about something that isn't really that important to us, but everybody starts taking sides, and that's like where, again,
Right.
like I said, I'm coming from like the surface of like, so what if this guy got detained?
Exactly.
But there is like also that, and it's not. I don't know. Like if it was like they had that good the sketch on the Saturday Night Live with the Barbie doll. The guy goes, "Let me explain to you. If you got the Barbie doll coming through, she's blonde, she has white skin, she's getting back from a dream vacation, she's not a problem." And then all of a sudden, they go, "And here you got Moana," or you know,
Right.
from that new one, and it was
read
like,
that? You got
she's
that?
a problem. We need to ask her many questions about her religion and about all these, and that's where it's like people are just drawing out all those issues anywhere they can, and if it's a celebrity, then they can, and
Yeah.
in this case, a semi-celebrity, because, like I said, all due respect,
Right.
I didn't know he had a.
Johnny's
going
gonna
to
have to call this quits.
Jr.
He's missing the Oscars right now.
Yeah, I'm done.
He's out of here.
It is what it is. It's a
right.
garbage thing.
It is,
man.
and it detours from the things that I think are that it's
Safety-
what I said. My honest opinion about what's going on right now is that they are trolling and polling.
Yep.
Trolling and polling. That's it.
Safety is
Safety
a
first,
paramount.
man.
Yeah, exactly. It's a paramount thing, man. If you buy an airline ticket, you want to know that you're going to make it there alive.
Yeah.
Do you care what they do to make sure that that you stay alive to get there? It's what you sign up for.
It's
You bought-
it's
you
the
bought
same way
ticket.
that
You
bought
don't
the
have to
ticket.
go to
Take
the
same way
Moroccan
that we
airport.
agree to the rules of the iPhone, the same way
Exactly.
that we
Exactly.
understand that when we get in behind the wheel of a car or even become a passenger in a car,
Exactly.
that
You
might
we
be pulled
give
over.
up some of our rights
Absolutely.
that we have as being a
It's a
person
privilege.
standing here.
You can be
So-
shot
So there's always those issues, but
by
it's like
anybody.
You know what?
on the
you know what doesn't get
we
you
better
shot?
talk about
10
something
and
else.
2. 10 and 2
All right,
doesn't
so
get you
George
shot.
the Animal Steel died the other day.
Yeah, another WWE legend down.
Yep.
What?
Boom.
What? Oh,
He
man.
was 71. Was that how old
He had a good run, man.
Oh, I know. That guy was a fucking awesome.
He was
I
an
thought
animal.
he was great.
Animal for,
Yeah, no
for
shit.
somebody that ate that
Johnny,
much
really?
styrofoam in his
Really?
life. My God.
He was an animal, Johnny says. Yeah, that was his fucking
So-
name. What the-
George the Animal eating belt buckles.
Eating belt buckles.
Good
I don't-
man.
I don't know where they got the steel from. He was a big,
Actually,
chubby
someone
guy.
you
Eating
know who
belt
died?
buckles and eating Elizabeth.
Bill Paxton died today.
Yeah,
At
yeah, from,
61 years old.
Number of movies.
Yeah, from the
Aliens?
Tornado was the big one, and he was in that
He was on that HBO show with the two wives.
where
or
he was
something.
the more than two, my friend. I think he had 3 and was
polygamous.
working on a
Is that what
4th.
they are?
Yeah, the Mormons.
Tell me
the
I said
Utah
that.
Mormons.
Tell me I said the wrong word.
No, that's right.
Oh.
You got it. You hit it right on.
I've said one thing.
I
dude.
know. It's
One
all right,
thing.
bud. It's all right. I'm kidding. It's a
I
joke.
really thought you were looking at me, looking for me to tell you what the word was,
Well, yeah, but then
and then I said it, and then you got mad. So
no, I didn't get mad. It was it's the old point that I see all the time of these people that are.
Monkey 47 gin, ladies
Yes,
and gentlemen.
everybody's
Monkey
a fucking
47
English
gin.
professor. Remember that. They're everywhere.
Speaking of English
if
professors,
all these fuckers were trying to help us when we were in school,
speaking of professors,
They were, but you weren't listening.
the lead singer of Bad Religion has a solo album out. He's
A
on,
country album.
Yep, he's on a tour.
Brett.
through-
Greg Graffin.
Greg,
Oh,
yeah,
Greg
yep,
Graffin.
Yep.
I saw that. Whatever. And you know what
Yeah.
I thought? I said, this motherfucker sings.
Yep.
And he does.
Country. Everybody's going country. Bob, we were
Well,
putting
he's.
country.
I mean, just
Oh,
last
no.
year.
Kinda, yeah.
Just
Some
last
mountain
year he
songs
was.
and stuff, but
Just last year he was still touring as
Yeah, not too long
Bad
ago.
Religion.
Bad
I mean, that's all.
Yeah.
well, he's gonna do that. That's bad religion.
they don't die. They put on a great show. The Best of Friends.
Yep.
We are the best of friends.
I'm guaranteeing you, he had a My Little Buddy when he was little. Wherever I go, he goes to. Kid sister. You have you my buddy and kid sister. I knew people that had them, and they were.
Yeah.
They all
My
had money.
buddies.
They all had money, and they all.
Hey,
And
I
did-
want to pull
And
that.
didn't have dirt bikes.
I want to pull that one clip that you got of the race, and
I
we'll
had
put it
a-
in. I'll paste it right into this podcast if you can play that one you just did with Kurt at the end. I don't know if he's not gonna like that.
Definitely
all right.
took third.
It'll be all right.
Yeah. So
We're all-
if you don't
hey,
mind playing that one
we're all in this
straight through,
together.
we can.
You're gonna put him. We'll put you. Know what we'll do? You can put one of them things over his face.
The
Blob.
square stop.
The
He's
square
what?
so-
You think he's gonna be upset? That's the cutest picture, man.
It is. You know what? It's great. Actually, it is. I think it's great, but not,
It's the biggest what the fuck.
not
look.
everything that I think is great. My brother thinks is great too, though.
Yeah, well,
so.
no shit.
Oh.
Mostly you.
He loves me.
Yep, from a distance.
Take one step back, Curtis. Okay. Josh, you ready?
Face it towards that camera. How about that?
Josh,
You want me to?
ready? Kelly? Curtis?
The race is on,
Your
folks.
Here it comes.
Get set. Go.
They're off.
Ooh. Josh, off
All right,
to
my
the
brother's
first
got the lead right here,
one. Keep
obviously.
going. They're all touching the rack. Oh, it's tight. It's tight around the first curve. Looks like Curtis has trouble on
Now
that
the
hill.
game changer
They're
comes
coming
right
down the home
there.
stretch. It
Game
looks like-
changer.
Who's gonna win this one? Ooh, action. That one we got.
The best part is this: they had to go to replay.
Dang, Josh, but it just won.
So, for those of you out there who have no idea what's going on,
That's Eddie. It's Eddie on the narration. Eddie Caputo.
the Great Bullhead.
Johnny Bullhead.
It looks like who's gonna win this one? Ooh, action. That one we got.
So, it's been an interesting evening down here.
Just won it. Curtis, you definitely took third though.
Yep, and there
Yep,
it is.
And there it is.
It has been a wonderful evening of highlights of Josh's glory days tonight.
Oh man, we broke out the Pop Warner video.
Back when he was lying about his age, going out there and running over 6-year-olds.
Oh, dude.
Cool.
Listen,
Cool, dude.
I was not like the athlete kid or whatever, but I knew how to play the sports and shit or whatever. I can. I held my own. You saw it. I demolished that kid.
I know your motto. 10-year-olds don't have ID.
What the fuck? All right.
Yep. Interesting.
Interesting.
Who do you got there? eBay? Looking up lawn jockeys?
Where?
So,
Oh,
ladies
boy.
and gentlemen, I just
Hey.
want to say right now.
All right,
that,
that was great.
We're about to
actually.
lead into
What do you
9
got for me?
o'clock episode. No, I'm not playing anything. I was just mentioning that
Oh.
third episode in the what is it, the 7th season of The Walking Dead here.
Man, I've only seen like the first 2, I think.
Well,
Man, they fucking last time we talked about, they dragged that the fuck on. You telling me you can't figure the shit out yet?
No.
That's
it's not
7
about-
years. Not about what?
it's not. Yeah,
Yeah, 7 years.
Maybe,
You just told me it was 7
yeah,
seasons.
7 seasons. That doesn't mean they've been out
No,
there
it
for
is
7
Oh, I
7
know.
years,
That's what
though.
I'm saying. They're milking it.
Well, of
It's
course.
a story, dude. They're making money.
yeah, they're making money, and it's a
They're killing fucking. Yeah, come on now.
Prison Break's coming back out, too.
I saw that. That was
Yeah,
funny.
he goes. Is the son? He goes, so didn't that 24?
No, it's the same dudes.
Prison Break,
Yeah,
back
but,
in.
But he broke in there because the one son or something. I saw that.
okay,
So
okay.
and then that 24 is back.
with Jack
Well,
Bauer.
listen, I
Yeah, but
just
he's
wanted to
not
say
in it.
this about it, you know,
All
because
right,
you guys
sir.
aren't Walking Dead, but I'll tell you what it does teach about. Not teach, but it sheds light on.
That it's all,
Is-
everyone for their fucking self when it comes down to fucking
Right.
get it
It's
done.
really when it's called when it's like everybody
Well,
looks at it like it's zombies. I think what's appealing to everybody is that it shows a realistic version of an apocalypse life.
These sick
where-
fuckers like people getting killed every left and right. Come
Like,
on.
But
That
all
sells.
it really is, what I really think is that some
Through the brain.
societies like it's part of the United States. I know you got your gripe about Abraham Lincoln.
Don't even
but-
fucking get me going.
I
with
don't
that
want
fucking
to. But
cocksucker.
I'm not,
moving
but-
on. Moving on.
So
That son of a bitch.
unifying the states, United States of America, was an important part because what it did is it brought full law and order across to everybody. Like in Cheyenne, you know, before they brought a governor over there, it was just anything went. So
was-
state for state had their own rules, their own like and they would be extremely different from another border. That's why I'm a fan of the federal government in that sense. But without it, I think that America turns into Africa. Like the U.S. is like,
Yeah, all of a sudden
it'd
you
be
have
like the
48
wild- it'd be
provinces
like the
at war
wild-
with each other.
and
Be
you
like
cross
the Wild
that border,
West again.
right?
It would be just like that. Well, you got fucking it'd be crazy. You don't
Yeah.
want that. That's
No.
what it is on that
And
TV show.
basically
Well,
that's what
that's
The
because
Walking
there's
Dead.
nothing
That's what I'm
is
saying. It's a
about.
fucking
It's
free-for-all
about a
on that.
free for all.
It is.
and that it's all just about who's stronger and who's got the guns.
Right, but why wouldn't you take
Welcome to the world.
Literally, though, it's at the point where,
But
like,
at what
the
point-
tyrant in charge stripped
What-
their guns.
What point
They don't
wouldn't
have
you
any.
make
If
it?
they're caught with guns, they're gonna kill people. And
Can I
stuff
ask
like
you a
that.
question?
Yeah, I'm
though?
way behind on
My
that.
whole thing with that is at what point when you have when they have their say 20 people and they have enough food and they can grow stuff and they have plenty of weapons. Why the fuck aren't you up in the mountains where no one's fucking gonna come looking for you? Really?
Well,
Because,
yeah,
you know what
Because
I mean?
not everyone grew up in upstate New York.
Yeah, but
That's
like,
why we are the hardcore of America. We will live forever, my friend.
there is something that like,
I guess, if
like
that's-
it's,
No offense to
just-
anyone outside of. Oh, coming to you live from Kansas.
Yeah,
so
we just grew up in New York.
We're in a field with John.
everybody's
John
everybody's
Cougar
put in
Mellencamp.
their own circumstances of that. Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I like
I
about
get
that
on the
show. Is
internet
it
the other
sheds
day.
light to a little bit of that that type of. I mean, I've always been into that kind of stuff, like apocalypse. You know, like what life would be like after the aftermath of like the end of the world. If 99.9% of the population was terminated or whatever from a super bug or something like that.
why'd he leave us?
I think Johnny had to use the bathroom.
Oh boy, out of here. So now is this the? They do that in 2 parts every year, right?
The last couple,
They do a
the
they do a
last
spring
few,
and a fall, or no?
like the last few seasons, they've done that. They break it down to like these 2 sets
So
of
they
6.
can get it out, and then while they got that out, they're making more for the end of the year, right? The
2 sets
fall?
of 6. Yeah.
All right. All right.
So they call them like, like the first and the second or whatever.
that Viking show. Used
That's
to do
another
that a
good
little
one.
bit. That is good. That's more of
You like that one? We watched that one.
well, it's more of like a realistic.
Yeah, I mean it
kinda.
is.
No, it is
yeah.
because listen, they're doing
The
terrible.
Christianity.
They're
There's some
doing
cruel
terrible things in there, and I'm not like that's all
Yeah.
terrible shit.
But it's
raping-
also just all they know, so it's only terrible.
But it's
only
showing you, like,
perspective that makes something
obviously
terrible.
they take it a little far or a little extra than it
Like,
really
they're-
was, but because they weren't there, they don't know. But their interpretation of it, like
Well,
they're
some of
raping
the
and pillaging. They
some
were
of the
doing-
characters are false. Like the main
Yeah.
guy is not real.
Right.
Like he wasn't really a person. The brother,
fucked up shit.
the brother was a real
Real
guy.
person.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah,
like
everybody
different.
takes something. It's all that whole thing of like it always gets taken to the next level. It's never like, the story was good,
the story was good the first season.
but no, I'm just saying like when they come up with,
And
they're
then-
like, all right, I could tell this. The story's
Right.
great, but
Let's
put
twist
this,
it,
let's
right.
twist this up and make this guy fucking.
That was what I heard with that.
he
that
screws
Revenant.
every girl there is.
But the
and all
Revenant
that,
didn't
like,
really
it's like-
happen the way that they say. So when they said true story, it's just basically, that all that was true about it was that the bear attacked the guy and he made it back to camp.
I just watched that for the
Now,
first
which
time,
one
so
did
I
your
got-
mom
I got
have?
input on this.
This is the one
Yeah,
your mom
go-
wanted.
I do. With the Revenant.
The Revenant.
That's the
So-
one your
so-
mom wanted.
No.
Spoiler
Well,
spoiler alert! If
well-
you haven't seen the
The Revenant.
what was
one?
that? What did it get an award
Now,
last year?
did your mom have this one?
Listen, we'll get to that in a minute. We're gonna finish up with.
did
with,
that get an
with Hugh
award
Glass
last
here.
year?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did.
Leonardo.
They definitely took some liberties with the story or whatever. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and,
Of
you know,
course.
obvi-
Of course.
Obviously, it's Hollywood.
Fucking and if
Um,
you're watching it, that's what you're watching it for.
The fact that this guy's like true story is absolutely amazing.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. He was a pioneer guy, and like, so he was going up the Missouri River.
They did leave
and
him for dead, though.
Oh, they absolutely did.
Yes.
And this is
I
we're
read
talking
the
like
real story part.
like-
of that.
Because they
eight-
thought he was dead, bro.
yeah, this is like the 1820s, like, and he's pioneering up Missouri River or whatever. He gets attacked by this bear, and they leave him there
I
for
can't help
dead.
myself.
I know you can't. And So they leave him there. His party. He's so mauled or whatever, just like the movie. You know what I mean? That he can't make it back. So
I didn't see the movie, just so you know.
The truth of the matter is that he
looking forward
did. He
to it.
made it. He made it 200 miles from where that bear attacked him. And they left him for dead. He made it 200 miles back to a camp. He crawled because he had a
That
broken leg and
motherfucker
shit.
would survive in this zombie bullshit.
absolutely.
That fucking guy would be king.
And that's all I'm saying. Like, and there's a few other things that they say happened. Obviously, it's a legend. There's no written, there's no written diaries or logs from Hugh Glass.
Can you answer a question for me?
As the guy, but I mean, just a story of survival back then, that you don't die alone just from infections from being mauled by
Dude,
a bear, a grizzly bear. I mean,
that was good. That was something was on.
Well,
yeah,
even
dude.
the whole your body will either
And you
fight
need to
something
watch
off
that
or it'll
movie.
die or you'll
I
die.
wanna-
It's one or the other.
I wanna watch
You
it.
either
It
live
just-
or you die. You don't. I mean, the antibiotics
You
is
know
like
what?
the
I haven't watched
is
the
letting
movie.
people like go like live.
It is
I
you know?
haven't watched the movie in like a year and a half or a year and a couple months or whatever. But it's been it's been a good year to a couple months.
read a
But
book.
I haven't watched the movie though. I read a book once. I
You
got
need
some
to see
Mark
that movie.
Twain up
That was
there.
a great movie.
I got some Mark Twain up there. I've been reading actually.
But there is good. There's a good.
So I want to ask you a serious
of
question
truth.
too, though. You know the Donner Party and all that. Have they made a movie about Did they ever make a movie about that?
I don't know.
You don't know about the Donner Party. Though.
I don't.
You do know about it.
I don't.
I don't know about it. Perfect. Let's talk about it.
Well, I know.
Do we know anything about it?
Yeah, we do.
You know something about it.
We know. I'll probably get my states.
Were they
and shit.
dancers?
No. They were headed
Strippers?
out west.
Reindeer.
They were gonna make. They were making the voyage out. You better pull it up. Ah, fuck it. They were making the voyage out west, and they must have took off later than they thought, or they didn't know like the weather pattern. Obviously, it was in the freaking. I'm not even gonna give the date. Probably wrong.
Look it up, folks.
1700. I don't know.
Donner, what? Donner Party?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
anyways,
first-
this is wait, really getting this story off well. So they're headed out when they get caught in a big storm.
Ooh, I see.
So they get kind of like they're set now. Well, they start running out of food and stuff.
Well, this is the Hugh Glass story is even before the Donner Party. That's how wild shit was out there at that point.
All
And,
right.
and the Donners were headed for California.
Yes, they were headed out west.
Yes.
And they were going, where'd they get caught? Missouri or Colorado? Where'd they get hung up?
The Sierra Nevada.
And that's in Colorado. Like
That's
that's
Upper California into Nevada,
right.
and Oregon. Maybe
All right. Well, they got caught up.
Without
right?
looking at a map, I don't know.
Next thing you know, they got people going out to hunt and stuff to get some.
Oh, they ate each other.
They did. They started eating each other. That's why I wanted to know. Like, a couple people. I think a couple people survived, made it out of there.
They weren't even on a soccer team, folks.
Be alive. Yeah.
Crazy.
I do know a bunch about that though. Like,
There's a
one
lot.
of
There's a
them
lot
things-
here about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I read one of them things. I seen. a
Well,
couple things on it,
87
too.
people, 48 made it. It's pretty good odds for back then.
Well, when you start killing people and eating them,
Well, your odds get better.
not like a full tummy, Jimmy.
How bad do you want to live?
So now, literally, like, who do they? They don't like. You don't eat the fat guy because he's got a lot of fat on him, right?
Some people like fat.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough one, 'cause
Who was choosing?
you get that over and open
Obviously, they
flame.
were taking on the weak guys out. He hasn't eaten in a couple days. We'll get him out of
It's,
there. We'll eat him. We'll feel a little tougher. Maybe we can get a deer.
See,
I
Delicacy.
imagine you'd.
that's why I'd have trouble on a reality show.
That's it. Video's out.
You put
we
me
lost
out
our
there,
video, so
shit's going
It's
downhill.
not a big deal.
We did
Hey, we lost the video.
all of it. All
No,
front
just
video?
now. It just died. It just powered down. Ran out of battery on that thing.
Boy.
I thought it was fully charged, but it was sitting there.
Where's the
kinda.
other one?
There's another one.
We'll link up.
It,
Pause out. Pause out. They call him Pause.
and now it just seems like with the reality shows, they're just trying to reenact all these terrible things that have happened. Oh, can you make it? Let's test. We've got a bartender.
were saying something about
we've got a bartender from Rhode Island here. We're going to throw her in the middle of Botswana, and we're going to rock out. She made it to day 2 before she got malaria.
Yeah, it's like you get it where because you'd see the same people would do that on.
It's just yeah.
Same thing would happen on Fear Factor and whatever. Like these people would come on, they had no right jumping out of helicopters.
Yeah,
and,
I
so-
mean, they should have a little bit of a moral compass putting
So
some of
that-
these people in these positions, man.
It was
I mean,
mid 1800s for the Donner Party.
right,
And they had like
they were heading out there.
they got a.
because of the gold.
I remember this
gold
part
rush
though.
was 49, but
Right. Some of this the store whatever they had diaries and stuff. That's how I remember when they were cuz I watched a couple things on it and I read this thing on it, but
well, that's why they found the diaries, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
And then-
it
but
was,
they, like,
it was
had-
pretty brutal.
Yeah, and so they had the real story, like the real
Yeah.
story is there. Like it's not like, oh, so and so told me fucking this, and then they put him on a cross, and the thorns was his idea.
Oh, you want to turn this into that, huh? You really want
You know, it's not
Monkey 47 gin?
some powerful shit.
Oh man,
you guys want to try some other stuff?
no.
I got that-
Do you
I
see
got,
what's happening here? You trying?
I got some. I got some Don Q from 2005.
From
That's
Botswana.
come on, gentlemen. That's a 12-year-old rum.
I haven't even finished my sipper here of the monkey.
And then I think
Oh,
we had-
so
I think I had
so the
some
weather
tequila as
weather
well.
wasn't the only thing that got these bastards. Mishaps and mistakes.
And a bad
They
route
they had Jimmy leading the pack
on a skateboard.
on a skateboard with a broken leg.
They had a bad route.
They did.
Somebody told them that there was a different pass or something open, and they
Yeah, but they also
hit it
made-
at the wrong time of year, and
Yeah, but like I said, weather
Yeah.
did play a part. But them
Yeah.
sons of bitches.
yeah. Well,
When you're
once the first person gets eaten, that's when you start to heighten your sense of
yeah, I'm
what's
going
going
hunting.
on. What's going on here?
I'm going hunting, and I'm not coming back. Fuck, you don't want it. You'd be like everywhere you walk, you'd be real careful. I don't want to break my leg because I'm fucking next.
Yeah,
Here I am.
I'm not sneezing.
Holy shit. I'd be showing my ribs all the time. Nope.
I am
You
skinny.
ain't eating me. I am a skinny fucker.
I'll carry your bag.
Yeah. I would have hated to been
I
the
don't wanna be
asshole
that
on
So
that
wait,
situation.
where was where?
I
did
would
this
have
happen?
I would have hated to
Where
be
did
the
they-
asshole on that trip. Well, we don't like
Where did they make it to?
we don't
Yeah.
like Mike
The
anyways.
Sierra Nevada mountains,
Oh, okay.
and yeah.
So they
Fucking-
were, that's cold. That's high
Oh, yeah.
plains.
Well,
Yeah, and it was they got messed up in Utah. I think they had
Yeah.
they had a bad route in Utah through a pass that wasn't
They definitely did in the
what
mountains there.
Yeah, what it was something. It wasn't what they were. Like,
See,
led,
listen,
led to believe or whatever.
This journey is a 4 to 6 month journey, anyways. If you're not making mistakes.
I know, and that's. I mean, we were in a Volkswagen bus when it took us that long.
Yeah,
I mean,
we had Abby pushing. Lord.
the Donners. You know,
Yeah, they went on a new route, Hastings Cutoff. Well, it crossed the mountains there.
see the new route, man. Like back then, you really want to like try it out, like
So
you know, 'cause who do you believe? The guy that cut it?
Humboldt River, it's in present day Nevada now. So they
They were close.
lost a lot of cattle, which fucked them because
Well,
that
yeah,
was
then you
their
got-
food.
Yeah.
Their wagons, they broke a bunch of wagons and they fucked the group up. They split the group up, I think, and then they started fighting amongst each other too.
Yeah, that's never good. When you turn on each other, you get anything accomplished. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's why they obviously started eating each other. Yeah, you know what? Fuck
See-
you. Boom.
See, they got
Dinner.
they got trapped in by the snow, an early snowstorm, and then that kind of fucking that laid the pathwork to fucking overtaking him
It
next.
just seems like if you're gonna make that trek, you should do a little bit of planning and hit that area in the summer.
Well, they weren't looking up.
I mean, it's a
Anything.
4 to 6
What
month
do you
4 to
think?
6 month journey.
Yeah.
You can wait and then start a little later and make
Yeah,
sure.
but it
that
was a
when you-
4 to 6 month journey for the guy that had made it and come back, which was a hero.
Yeah,
probably.
Lewis and Clark, or
I-
I mean,
well.
whoever, whatever.
Them motherfuckers were eating their dogs, their horses.
They didn't care. They got hungry. You need to watch that Revenant movie, bro.
Oh well, I know some real history about other stuff too. But these
I'm
guys were
telling you.
eating they were eating everything. They got so sick of fucking eating fish and stuff that they would go like with the Inuit type people there. They would trade them I think their horses for dogs so they could eat
the
dogs.
horse.
So the
In France, they eat horse.
well they do. I'm not in France, so I never ate horse. I've never been to France.
In the Philippines, they fight horses.
All right.
They do.
You would think that anything is
Tell me,
edible.
Angelo.
It's like you really can't. I mean,
And
especially when it comes to
Hard times.
In a
Yes.
survival
Life and death,
situation,
like-
you know what I mean? What do you,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And
I'm thinking though, human is the last go-to.
oh, it has to
Like,
be. I mean, and you got to think about like that soccer team or whatever the hell they were that got that plane crash or whatever.
Were they Ecuadorian? Was it that? No.
Chile. That happened
where
in
the hell
Chile.
was it
Right, but
Chile?
I'm
Yeah.
saying the people.
Argentina. No, was
Yeah,
it Chile?
something like that.
Something like that.
South.
Yeah,
they-
again, we don't know.
But
we
let me
don't
tell you
know,
what,
but I saw that movie.
and those fuckers survived the plane
And
crash.
there was nothing there
So
for
then
them to eat.
everything's off limits.
You
When
know-
you survive a plane crash like that and you're in the mountains,
But there's nowhere to go. There's nothing that you're gonna find to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
There's
was
not-
the big fact.
you got to get the fuck down that mountain.
But then
You-
you'd step and you'd
Listen,
fall.
This ain't the Catskills.
I
There
know,
would be
I
like
know, I
there'd be
know,
like
I know.
snow that held over, and you'd step in it, and it would wash away
So
the
they
snow. and
send
you'd be
Bobby
off
and
the edge
Timmy
of a
up where they
mountain.
think the wing is, and next thing
Ugh.
you know,
You wouldn't
fucking-
want to walk anywhere
No.
because you'd be thinking like your step.
Avalanche, like, yeah.
Like how would you even do it? You go around throwing rocks?
So that's how I feel about some of these reality survival shows, the Naked and Afraid show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They stick you with a shit partner out there in the middle of nowhere that has no skills, and you're keeping them alive. You know, shit hits the fan. In real life, you're gonna eat that person probably if there's nothing else to eat. You know, like
Yeah.
all right, you're doing nothing, but
And you're just gonna.
like,
So they should show one where it's reality. They let them go a little bit long and see. They get right to that minute when the guy sneaks up with the rock and he's just about to smack.
and they
the
hit him
other
with
one.
a blow dart.
they show it in night vision. All you see is the little green dots of his eyes with the rock.
And then they're like, "Ha ha! Here's
We
a
got
steak.
you."
Here's a steak, and let's go home."
Yep, you lose, asshole.
You lost it after 3 months and 4 days.
How
were
would you
willing-
like a hot shower?
And the other person knew it the whole time. They were just in paid actors, so they got their food paid for. They
Those
didn't
shows
even know.
are awful. I mean, some of these people have no business being out there. I saw one today with a bartender from Rhode Island.
You might have had some fucking survival skills.
You're right. I was a bartender too, and I'd like to think that I could survive a day. She
would.
made it to day 2.
All right.
All right. Now, in day 2, she was thirsty. They're in Botswana. all right?
Listen, I saw her barfing on the commercial.
So in Botswana, that's a long way from Rhode Island.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
I would not drink water in
They-
Botswana.
I wouldn't drink
unless
water
I
in
knew.
Rhode
They-
Island.
I
They
know.
build their little shelter next to a watering hole.
She didn't cook it.
Listen,
the water?
listen. They build their shelter next to this watering hole for elephants and all these other fucking animals
Yeah,
that come down
who
there.
shit
in
where
the
they
water.
drink.
Absolutely, they shit in the water. So it's absolutely disgusting. So
And
they
she's
follow,
like,
they
bathing
follow,
in it.
they follow the water source back up as far as they can away from the water hole. They're like digging the holes or whatever, so it looks clear. So her reasoning, day 2, you can make it another day without water. You know, day 2, like I'm at the end. You know,
What about her buddy? He didn't drink any.
Oh, he did it, but so her theory on this is that if she takes the water that is clear from the top of the mud puddle, the sun has been hitting it, so the ultraviolet rays have killed all the bacteria on the surface.
Yeah,
so
she's
she'll be all
shot.
right. So she takes her hand down and she scoops the water off the top of the puddle and drinks it. And this is her. This is a survival expert.
True fucking
And she's like us,
scientist,
where
this
she
lady
thinks
was.
she knows things that she does not know.
So, so yeah. I mean, we have a talk show. This lady is in Africa now. All right, she is in Africa, skimming the good water off the top of the bad water. Sounds perfectly legitimate.
Yeah.
So she does this.
That's what I would do.
She convinces her asshole partner out here to do the same thing. This guy the whole time is like, no, no, this is a terrible idea. Like, you know. And so she convinces him to do it or whatever. He does it. That night, like, she loses it. She's done. She's done. They got to bring in the medic. They're IVing her in the desert. They're like, she's twitching, shaking, like,
Oh no.
just absolutely over it, whatever. And then, like, so the next day, like, they haul her off. The guy stays by himself or whatever. And the next day, the guy's sitting there, and they have like they have like a little live look in it on him, like, and he talks to the camera, and he's like, the worst part is just sitting here wondering when I'm going to get sick. And I'm like, this has got to be the worst shit to be in the middle of Africa.
Yeah.
Watching this chick that convinced you to drink dirty elephant shit water.
Twitching.
Yeah, and they hauled her out, and here you are. Now you get to fight the lion by yourself.
Oh, my God.
But some of these people, like, they obviously do it for ratings. I mean, there's no way that with any kind of moral compass that you put somebody in the middle of Africa I mean, maybe she was whatever, extreme, you know, bartender from Rhode Island. I don't know.
They must put them through some kind of testing.
Dude, she
Evidently-
made it to day 2.
No,
She drank elephant shit water.
Those shows,
day 2, dude. Day 2.
Hey,
those shows
now
get so.
that's one of the mistakes or mishaps that the Donners were talking about.
Well, they have to. They're obviously somebody's vetting these
She didn't
people
listen
to
to
get them
Dave
to the next
Matthews, did
stage.
she?
To get them to the next stage.
She didn't listen to Dave. Don't
to
drink the
actually
water.
be on the show. So
Yeah, exactly. And
So they're picking the ones that they know. They're like, oh wow, this chick thinks she knows, or
we
whatever.
might kill this one.
Right.
Like,
and that's where the producers and the people in those shows have to have a certain standard, because they pretty much, if you let it go wild, then it just turns into like a like Jackass, only not even voluntary. Not a voluntary Jackass.
Exactly,
Like
you know,
like
and-
we're gonna show this person how stupid they are. Like
And that's what
Jackass
she says at the
combined
end.
with Candid Camera.
when they talk to her at the end, she's like, I don't even care what people are going to say about me. You know, I'm like, people are going to tell you you're fucking stupid, bitch. I'm like, you drank elephant shit water day 2. Day 2.
Day 2's really got Johnny fucking pissed.
It does, dude. You can sleep through 2 days when you get there and start on day 3 and have
well,
beat
maybe
this
she
bitch.
did, maybe she didn't drink on the way there.
Holy hell,
you
man.
could have
Like,
got through 3 days by writing your name at the top of the
hey,
page.
thank you. 800 on the SAT. Immediately. So stupid.
I didn't take it.
I just don't get it, man. Like,
But
you know,
again, the truth. But you have to
I
call
wrote
out the
somebody
person who
else's name.
vetted that girl.
that's
and
what
thought
I'm
that
saying.
She
Like,
was supposed to be
you're
there.
creating a dangerous,
Right.
dangerous
and they're like,
atmosphere.
it'll be
Like,
fine.
oh,
She
we've got-
signed the waiver.
we've got medics.
She
Yeah,
signed the waiver.
nobody dies in Africa. Come on.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
just
one of these days it's gonna be like that.
you're not going to
They're
see
gonna
it on
get
the air
freaking
anymore.
attacked. Well, and like they're gonna get something where.
Yeah, they
you
got
know,
hyenas like surrounding this guy and shit. You know, like, and he was the one that finally was like, you know what, I'm done. Later, he's like, my partner died day 2. Like, I'm out of here. I made it 2 weeks. Screw this.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I haven't lost any weight. I'm doing well. I'm sick of seeing lions and tigers every night. Like, I'm out of here. I don't know. It's one of them things. But I guess I don't know. So that's why I'm qualified to
Well,
talk
you know
about it.
that one because it's just that's entertainment, so you can
Yeah,
call
and
it any way you want it.
And I know that I'm not going to drink out of a mud puddle. You know what I
No.
mean? Life.
Well, there was also those stories, but here's a funny one because these are like trained military, Navy, or whatever, where they got, whatever it was that the boat sunk or something, and they were all just treading water, and the tiger sharks were just picking them off.
Yeah.
And you're like, and that's what they were saying is like suddenly somebody would be like, I gotta just get a drink of water because they were in there for days,
yeah, and they would drink the salt water
so they
and go
drink
crazy.
this, and then they'd have to just get away from them. They'd like push them out to sea and just make them like they couldn't help them
'Cause they go
were
crazy
done.
and try and
they
bring you
drag
down
you
with 'em and
down.
stuff,
Right, that's
yeah.
what they were saying. So, but like, so there's what I'm saying. There's people that are trained. And under the circumstances, I mean, still 2
Right.
days treading water is different than 2 days like being able to hide
Especially
underneath a
treading
tent.
water that you can't drink.
Hide underneath a
Help.
tent or whatever, you know.
Right, and that's I don't know. I see something bad happening. I mean, obviously, look at Steve Irwin. You know,
Yeah.
you do
Dude, his son.
you do something long enough, man.
His son's coming up.
it'll eventually.
His son, dude, is awesome. I seen his son.
How old is his son?
12 or 13.
He has a daughter too, I believe.
Dude, this kid comes out there. He's got that accent. Oh, man. The kid is all lively, animated, like raring to go. Young.
And he's just a young one.
He was on, Jimmy had him on the show.
Coming up, Jimmy Kimmel. Or no, Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yep.
Jimmy Kimmel plays a clarinet.
I
So I saw
Didn't know
on the TV.
that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. Saw it on the TV.
More shit we don't know. We're full of it.
Now
man.
I
We're
do.
Full of
Fucking
stuff
na-
we don't know.
There's a knowledge fucking night tonight.
Is that an eBay alert about a lawn jockey?
It is.
Man.
So I got on here. In Lynn Camp's name. Whoops.
Name dropper, man. Now he's got my mom involved.
Your mom's down here. Got on here.
So I was down in Virginia last week,
All right, might as well tell the story since I just dropped it.
and so we've had a bit of snow up here, you know, and so my dad's out there with the tractor moving the snow around, whatever, plowing snow, keeping the driveway clear.
Johnny's
And,
dad's a firm believer in leave everything where it is in the summer.
Yeah, you'll find it in the spring.
Yes.
That's what we do up there. We try to put some stuff away, but we don't really want to put it all away.
So
So the lawn jockey is right there on the corner. You know, it looked good where it was, but the snow started getting built up or whatever. So he whacked it with the snowplow apparently, and
fucking boom.
yeah, it broke him. So
Right in half,
you know,
cement everywhere.
tough one. So
We need to get her the brass one from Home Alone.
well,
Where the pizza boy hits it, knocks it over.
the one they have is a little different than the one from Home Alone.
No, well, I was trying to
And
trying
so
to be
this
a
one,
upstanding
this has
citizen.
been in our family for a very, very long time. It's so apparently
That don't fucking make it right, folks.
right, I guess. And so in my
Keep it
research
going.
of trying to find one of these cement lawn jockeys, I found out that these things are incredibly racist.
Well, from every picture that I see here, yes, except for this one.
Well, what is racist about him? What's up with it?
So they,
You know what?
and that's
the first thing I pulled up when I pulled up this thing. It said the statues, and then it said, "Are they racist?"
they and the story behind them necessarily isn't. It's just people make, you know what I mean, it's we're in another gray area where things are getting pushed
this
to
person wanted to know if they are.
they're a slave running away on the Underground Railroad.
That's what these people want to know.
Right. And right, because he had a lantern, you know what I mean, and it.
Can we get a visual of this?
Yeah, and there's
I want to know what I'm talking.
right. You read it.
Do some research on your own time.
So that's the story that
All right.
that I'm familiar
Well,
with growing up.
when they
is
open
that-
up the set or a sentence with most people shudder at the sight of a black lawn jockey.
See, and I don't
Lawn jockey.
and
That's
I
what
don't
we
know-
call it.
Yes.
a lawn jockey. It's a little cement jockey that is holding a lantern, and it's made out of cement, and they're painted. So my mom, God bless her,
She loves it.
would paint ours white to not be, be
okay.
So there.
associated with this. So, and because she was a horse person. Now this thing had been in my family through like probably my great grandfather or something like that. You know, we brought it up from Long Island when we moved
Sightings
up
of
here or
these-
whatever. And so it's
Pretty infrequent.
they are pretty infrequent these days.
Seriously.
No, absolutely. They go for
So
like
they-
$500 on eBay.
Though sightings are pretty infrequent today.
I don't know about that.
That's what it.
These
Well-
people don't go to the South then. These things are all over still.
I don't go.
I guess it depends on who you are and what you're trying to put out there to the world. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I mean, if the story I grew up with was that it was a runaway slave, had the lantern, he was leading the way
Well, for the 19th
for
century.
the Underground Railroad, and that, you know what I mean, and that's what it looks like. You know what I mean? And I mean, if you look at this thing, it's pretty racist. I mean, it looks whatever. It looks like a little black guy running through the woods with a lantern, and I mean.
But what's wrong? What is
and-
racist about that?
All right, here's the
Exactly.
deal.
Especially if
Here's
that's
the
how
deal.
I feel. If this signifies the guy
Here it
being a
is.
hero, leading his people to freedom,
No.
how is that racist?
Here.
I don't understand it.
Listen.
So tell me.
Hold
Okay.
a second. These statues, they used these back then, all right? They were used as markers.
For a safe house or something?
They were used as markers
Yeah.
to on the Underground Railroad.
Right.
So they knew, you know what I mean? That's what
So those are
So you
like
knew.
they're
road sign.
awesome.
they like a
Well,
road sign.
that's how I
There
feel.
should be a
So are they
collective-
saying it's
like
racist
if you could
if
get
a
one of these
white
from the
person
19th
owns-
century?
That's,
If you could get one of these original
One-
ones, you would probably fucking whew,
yeah, dude. That's what
money,
I'm
money,
saying.
money. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad just whacked it with a snowplow.
Yeah. Well, that's fucking terrible. Now we got to get a rebuild one for him.
Yeah, I know. They're like $500.
Make a mold. There's cement. There's cement molds.
Yeah.
Charles Blockson.
And then
He
painted.
he's the one that says all this. He's the one he did the
Mowgli,
That's his
go lay
research.
down, buddy. Get out of here.
He's a
lay
historian.
down.
He's a historian and an author. Mowgli, go lay down. He's from Temple, man. All right. So they tied the green ribbons on the arms of these statues to indicate safety. So if there was a green ribbon on your statue, it was safe.
How? And this is what bothers me. How
All right.
can this be
Hey, let me fucking-
related to
Hey,
racism
let me,
at all?
Let me
If-
finish.
All right. All
Okay.
right. All right. Carry
If
on.
you had a green one, a green ribbon on your arm, it was safety. If there was a red ribbon on the statue's arm, it meant keep fucking going.
it was a bad area.
It meant keep going. It wasn't safe.
Yep.
Get the fuck going. Keep going. Keep it moving. All right? So people who don't know the history of the jockey have feelings of humiliation. Yeah. I can't-
Humiliation. And,
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. I'm
Thank
here
you.
for you. I'm here for you.
He
But I
is.
saw you look. I saw you look at me.
Yep.
Cue it.
Cue it. That fucking rum or that shit got my throat too. I fucking sputtering and.
You got your water. You need another water.
No, I'm good, I think. But
I'm just saying this because somebody gave me a little bit of shit about this lawn jockey that it's
Well,
a pretty racist thing to have. And
well,
blah, blah,
whatever.
blah.
I don't have one. And he
Yeah,
don't
like
have one,
it's
so,
one of
hey,
those things where I wouldn't think that at all. It's like
No, my mother has a
Yeah.
horse ranch.
It's part of history.
what I
I
mean?
get it. I get it. Your grandpa was an asshole, but no,
no, because that's
I-
the whole
I know.
point. Is it really doesn't?
But
it doesn't correlate with
what
that.
if?
Like
No,
there's-
I know, but
I
what
don't
if?
see
What
the
if he
correlation.
just had it?
I don't
what
see
if
it
he
either.
had it because of its value? Its monetary value, not because you give a fuck about anything else. But some
No,
people,
Well,
That's
that's
not-
what I said.
that's
Is
not
there's
how
a
it-
that's
possibility
not how
that
your
it
grandpa
would be,
had it. But some people have
No.
stuff like that.
Yeah, no, you're
Some
you're
people
right.
definitely have things like that,
or they're saying that
that are culture related.
that culturally they should be in the hands of someone that, like, where'd you get that? You stole it from a
Yeah.
black man's house. Because even that, it seems like were these markers like. Don't you think it was a lot of white people like helping that circumstance?
Well, that's how I feel. Like I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure that like being in
Read
front of a
this.
house would have been
Johnny.
been in a northern states, been a white person's farm or something, and indicated where
believed
they
in
had
Hey,
safe
no,
place
read
to
this
stay.
First. Read this. But this figure, read it from there.
But this figure, which was sometimes used in clandestine nature and sometimes without the knowledge of the person who owned the statue, was a positive and supportive image to the Americans on the road to freedom.
So it is
Some
true.
people didn't know what they had.
Like,
See that?
okay.
You see that line you read there? That some people didn't know what the fuck they put
Right.
it out on their porch, but they didn't know the meaning of it, which they might have been a bigot or whatever. They might have
Right.
been, but some people didn't have the history behind it. or
Right, so
whatever.
you had some guy come on, had one on his porch, and then walked
And
out.
he was an
and
asshole, maybe.
Yeah,
You know, he was a racist asshole, and he had one, but he didn't know the fucking meaning, or he wouldn't have had it.
Right.
Because
So then
Exactly.
somebody wrote some unwritten law that said, turn in all of your jockeys, and they will be properly distributed to the rightful
Jocko Graves,
people.
man.
Yeah, and I mean that's another great
12-year-old son of a
Yeah,
free
that's
black
another great piece of information right there. Who wanted to help the Revolutionary War commander, obviously George Washington, cross the Delaware.
G-Dub.
He was too young to join
G-Dub.
Washington on the crossing, so he reportedly volunteered to watch the general's horses instead. And
G-Dub did some great things, but he probably
and
wasn't-
Washington commissioned the statue in Jocko Graves' honor because he watched Washington's horses during the crossing, and he died he froze to death.
Right. He was a good kid, though.
Yeah,
Thanks for giving-
and I mean, if there's truth to that, George Washington is one of the greatest of all time. That guy, man,
Well, he did a lot of good stuff.
you're
I'd say
damn right.
He probably
did.
wasn't
at
a
his
good,
age, at 18 years old.
He might not have been a great human, but he did a lot of good things.
He might not have been a bad guy.
I'm not saying that he is.
Yeah, people forget you got to do what you got to do in certain times, and certain
Right.
times are different than they are now.
Yeah,
But
they are.
yeah, so I have to find one of these things, these cement lawn jockeys.
And you got to go buy it.
I know. I think there's out by Albany. Somebody told me.
Make sure you take one of the work truck and put it.
Don't worry, I've
Put it
already
on the hood.
Everywhere we go, I keep googling
Put it on
cement
the
lawn
hood.
jockeys.
That was awesome. I could hear you guys all.
Oh, forget that comment about the work truck then.
No, I heard it all. It was good.
It
It was cool because I heard it outside of the room, just like as sound. It sounds really good.
I was checking.
Jocko
Mowgli,
right
come
there.
on, buddy. Come on, come on.
Jocko, they got a little picture of him.
I was checking last week when
My
we
dog's
were out
gonna
with the
go
boom
crazy
truck.
when I get
So
home.
if I couldn't lift the damn thing, I could at least get the boom over there and pick it up.
Hey,
Alright, so now here we got more. Somebody else has got other theories.
So this is more about Jocko Graves and.
Mount Vernon Libertarian wrote that historians were.
All right, you need Mowgli. You need to. shut up.
ladies and gentlemen, you guys, we're over. I don't know where we are. We're like an hour.
Oh, all right, we're good. We got to get out of here.
We're gonna wrap it up. We've been on a tear tonight.
We're gonna do another one this week, folks. So this is gonna drop, and then there'll be one dropping a few days later.
Coming soon.
We're on to it.
We got a few special
I
guests
think
lined up.
we're gonna have
Little Jimmy will be joining us at some point.
Homegirl Bree's gonna be here this week for sure, though. I talked to her today, so yeah, looking forward to that.
The great Hutch.
And Hutch is gonna be on here with us, and little Jimmy. We got little Jimmy. Mowgli's always here, so if you want to see Dog,
We're gonna have little Jimmy live in the field one night too, for your viewing pleasure.
we got some good things coming up.
Yep.
Thanks for having
Stunts.
us. We're gonna bring more gin rummy.
Hey, I want you to, Josh, will you close this out and pull up
You
the
got
Sonic Gardens YouTube channel,
Oh, he always loves it.
Uncle
Uncle
Uku,
Sonic Garden.
and
Get
give
on
it,
that YouTube channel, folks.
Give it that. So yeah, we're gonna close this out with Uncle
Dude, we
Uku
got-
and the guys.
we got the
Once
Sonic
again, my
Garden-
good friends.
Tell 'em about your webcat or your. Tell them about Sonic Garden. Subscribe to it here on our podcast.
YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube. Well, yeah, talk about
subscribe it. Well, if you're
Tell 'em
there,
what
if
it
you're
is.
watching this right now, then you're most likely watching it through YouTube.
it. Yeah, but you can hit it if it's on our page and they hit it. They could just go, is what I'm saying. Like
We
somebody
cover
could
a
just
number
go.
of
Then
media
You can tell your
outlets.
buddy. You can tell your buddy.
Yeah. Something like that.
If you're watching it on
Anyway,
Facebook,
Uncle
take the time
Uku
to
and the
subscribe.
guys. This is gonna be
Dun,
I want you to do the one that has no heaven. Quite an anthem song for
Our
these guys.
great friends at Uncle Uku.
That
And
is-
shout out to Troy, man.
How you doing, Troy?
Fucking love you.
So yeah, day by day, no heaven. It's actually 2 songs. It's gonna be. I'm gonna pull up the whole video for you. But here
Kill
you go, ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Uku and the guys.
Still buffering.
Day by day, no heaven, live.
Still.
See, one of the things that happens is when you take these.
Don't close your eyes to the guy that's pursuing you. You may may come to find in his mind that it's chosen you. Sent from above to be the only one to rescue you. To stand by your side through tough times and let you be you. He may tell you he loves you. He may tell you you're his only one. He may promise never to desert you. But in the end, has he chosen you day by day? But in the end, has he chosen you day by day? Don't close your eyes to that girl that's pursuing you. You may come to find in her mind that she's chosen you. Sent from above to be the only one to rescue you. To stand by your side through tough times and let you be you. May tell you she loves you. She may tell you you're her only one. She may promise never to desert you. But in the end, has she chosen you day by day? But in the end, has she chosen you day by day? But in the end, has she chosen you day by day? But in the end, has she chosen you day by day? He's got a trunk full of Gideon's Bible. Traveling down the road, selling snake oil to the folks. Preaching that his story's true and that evil has got you. It's a story written by man, no matter what they do. There ain't no heaven, no living in hell. There ain't no heaven, as far as I can tell. I'm all about me. Don't you come around if you don't like what you see. There's the fucking door. Maybe it's time that you beat feet. Take all of your fucking lies before they infect me. There ain't no heaven. It's a game they try to sell. There ain't no heaven. So you lost in this life well. God and Jeebus don't need your cash. They don't need no piece of your hard-earned stash. Golden crosses won't help you swim. You can't buy your penance. You can't pay for your sins.